Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, give all praise and honor glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua. And once again, double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS, who do rule and teach well. It's a young brother here, and today I just want to speak on quick topic today. Give me 1 second here. This is how I remember. Fuck, I did the wrong one. Give me a quick second. There we go. Perfect. Didn't mean to screw that up. Yeah, so we're just going to talk about 2 Corinthians 6:14. Really simple understanding here, but I just want to speak on it, get into a few precepts, because really basic scripture, but I kind of forgot about it. I haven't really read it in a minute, and I was watching Money Alaba, and the brother was at GMS Street Sharks pages, and I was combing through his old content, because that brother, he's been in the truth for like a decade, probably more, but at least on his GMS Street Sharks page, he has videos that go back a decade, 10 years, man. Think about that. While he was in this truth 10 years ago, I was probably fucking playing Roblox or some shit. Yeah, I was playing Roblox or some shit. I was like fucking 10 or 11, I wasn't doing shit. And while I wasn't doing shit, he was out there teaching. He was out there learning, reading the scriptures. Same as all the other brothers. Jeez, bro. Hell, the apostles been in the truth longer than I've been alive, man. Right? They've been teaching longer than I have breathed life upon this planet. Crazy stuff to think about. That's why we say, that is worthy of the wonders, right? We know the deal, right? So this is 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and with communion has light with darkness, right? So unequally yoked together, heterozygio. That reminds me of in biology, there's something called heterozygous, which means you're like a blend, like homo, same, right? Like, homosexual, Hope that I don't get the video to get that, but homo erectus, which is the whole bullshit with the evolution and stuff, but homogenous culture, same culture, just they come from the same shit. I guess you can say we have a homogenous culture. We do the same thing. We don't have a lot of vary, but I guess you can say in terms of our genetics, and I think really our genetics is your phenotypes, phenotypic genetics. It's not the same. Right? Our phenotypic genetics are not homogeneous. We have different shades, right? Because we've been scattered, right? The scripture says, been dragged off to these different nations, and we serve bondage under them, and so on and so forth, and the curses and all that. Yeah, I don't want to get into all that. Alright, so to have fellowship with one who is not an equal. In 2 Corinthians 6:14, where the apostles forbidden Christians to have intercourse with idolaters. Right? It's simple. If they're not following the Lord, they're an idolater. Alright? If they are following atheism, technically it's not idolatry, but fuck them anyway. They're still under satanic vibration. So technically they are an idolater. Right? Something I'm looking for in Psalms that says, there is no God. A fool says there is no God. Yeah. Let's see if we can find this one real quick. And we'll just like make a point. We'll just keep moving. Yeah, the fool have said in his heart, there is no God, they are corrupt, they have done abominable works, there is none that doeth good. Yep, that's your atheist. Alright? Yeah, there's none of them that do good. Alright? And that really extends a bit more than just them, right? First, Titus chapter 1, verse 15. Unto the pure all things are pure, but to them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, even their mind and conscience is defiled. Alright, so everything about them is defiled. Right? Their mind and their conscience, the spirit, so to speak, the soul, distinguishing between what is good and bad, right? And moral conscience, right? So the entire spirit is defiled. The way they think, the way they render what is good and what is evil, even that is defiled. Right, because they are not within the confines of this truth. They profess they know the Most High, but in works to deny Him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. Right, NIV, but their actions, they claim to know the Most High, but by their actions they deny Him. They detestable, disobedient, and unfit for anything good. Right, this is what your mom is. She claims to know the Most High, but she eats pork, or she celebrates Mother's Day and celebrates, all these holidays. This is what your family is. This is a scripture, you would bring towards like a Christian or something, and cut them real quick. This detestable, disobedient, unfit for anything good. Yep, and that's what your family are. They're disobedient. Now, on another side, the Lord may have mercy on them and may save them anyway. But at the end of the day, scripture says work out your own salvation. Focus on you. Work out your own salvation. Okay? If they get saved, they get saved. But focus on you, dude. Alright? Focus on you. Okay? Look out for numero uno. Alright? Get yourself fucked up, That scripture says, don't cast pearls before swine, so don't get yourself jacked up trying to go save them. It's not gonna work out. Alright? Trust me. I've tried and I failed, and I'm not doing that anymore. And the thing is, it's hilarious is that when you start talking about it, it's like you never said anything to begin with. When you start mentioning it, I just stopped mentioning it. Stop mentioning things about the truth. Stop mentioning the Lord. Stop mentioning this. Stop mentioning that. And they, at least in my opinion, I think they think I fell off the truth. And because they don't say anything about it, they don't mention anything. They don't see shit. And I don't say anything. So at the end of the day, it's like in through one ear and out through the other. Nothing stuck. All right. But yeah, that's just like what we're dealing with and stuff, right? Alright, so what fellowship of righteousness with unrighteousness, right? Righteousness is of me, right? Righteousness is through faith, really. Right? That's what means righteousness is of me. It's really through faith, right? And grace. But if you have the faith and the grace, right, then by proxy, you're going to want to keep the law, alright? So, because we know that scripture says faith without works is dead. So you can't just have one without the other. Yeah, you can't have one without the other. What am I thinking of? There's something here. Yeah, we then as workers together, 2 Corinthians 6:1. We then as workers together with them beseech you that you receive not the grace of the Most High in vain. Alright? So don't receive it in vain, Alright. Soon then that we have grace, how does it go? I forgot it already. I just talked about this like the other day. And then I forgot. Yeah. Verse Romans 6:1. Shall we say then, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid, how should we that dead to sin live any longer? That's a precept. Alright. So yeah. Give me a quick. Alright, we're gonna try and see if we can get a little bit more of that first verse. I'm not happy with my breakdown, and I think I could get you a little bit more. As the Most High's partners, we beg you not to accept this marvelous gift of the Most High's kindness and then ignore it. Alright, and you ignore it by, just committing sin anyway, and just living in sin, just going off willingly, and just, saying fuck it. Just say, oh yeah, I have grace, I'm just gonna go smoke a cigarette. Oh, I have grace, I'm just gonna do X, Y, and Z, I'm saying willingly, right? I'm not saying like you go to a fucking deli or something and they make a sandwich for you. You don't know what they did behind closed doors. You don't know if they contaminated it, what if before opening, they took like the turkey and they dropped it on the ham or something, and then they just kind of just let that shit slide and kept it moving. You know what I mean? I'm just speaking off of experience, because I've seen shit like that, where people will like make a sandwich for you and they accidentally drop like turkey on the ham. If I catch it, I don't fucking eat there. I take that shit and I throw it the fuck out. Whenever I order anything, I always order things ideally with a scooper, where they scoop it. It's like tuna, stuff like that. If I'm gonna go out to eat, I personally hate eating out, but well, because of that, what I just explained, like the lack of control. But even when you do buy stuff from like the market, you still don't have a lot of control, because like what do they do with the food before like you got it? We don't really know. So like, yeah. All right, so I think I'm gonna close off here. Ephesians 5:5. For this that no whoremonger nor unclean person or covetous man is idolater have any inheritance in the kingdom of Yahushua Mashiach and of the Most High. Alright? So they have no inheritance. That's why we don't make any, be among them. So you don't want to join them, right? Be a 2/3, and I'm going to see what vain works, because these things come with the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. Alright? And that's destructions come with the 2/3, okay? And vain words just means false doctrines, right? And the church disobedience of 2/3, or wicked Israelites, and so on and so forth. Well, this is going to be the 100% last thing that I'm going to get. Alright, so Isaiah 19:22, right? This is why you don't give them 2/3. And those shall smite Egypt, he shall smite it and heal it, and they shall return even to the Lord. He shall be entreated of them, and shall heal them. Alright? So smite is the 2/3 death, right? By ICBMs, chariots, laser beams, all that, so on and so forth. Heal it, the 1/3 being saved, right? And they shall return even to the Lord, and he shall be treated of them, and shall heal them. Okay? And that means new bodies. Alright? It means being perfect. Because right now we're turning back to the Lord, but we haven't been healed yet. We haven't been changed yet. Alright? And that's what that's talking about. Alright? We haven't gotten to that point yet. Alright? First Peter 1:9, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls. Okay. Yeah. So your salvation of your soul comes at the end when you get the new body. Alright. So don't let anyone tell you about, oh, I'm saved and this and that. This is salvation. Alright. Having the salvation of your soul. That's the end of your faith. That's the the conclusion. Telos set out, definite point. The result of your faith, finally, limit, the end, purpose. Alright, that's the purpose, the end, the ending point. If everything that we've been doing, coming out week in, week out, having all this faith, is for that salvation. Love will only edify. Shalom.